So we're back here in Twisted, and there's a nice storm on the map. I think it's headed south off the map, though. No, actually it's headed north. But there is, I think, 2 hooks in the same storm. And this thing should drop a mesocyclone any second. There's a lot of low areas. The main area I see dropping a mesocyclone is right there. The storm, if it is moving north like I think it is, it has a decent chance of hitting Viroqua here. It also has a nice chance of hitting anything over here. Cherokee Village, Hiram, Helma, and yeah, there is a rotation right there. It's not exactly where I expected it to be, but it's something. So now I'm gonna take this road to get east, because I am not even in this storm right now. The reason I exited the storm is so I could see things like that. And it's trying to touch down a tornado right there, but it just messed it up. Oh, no, that happened. But either way, it did not continue to produce a tornado. But this is a pretty good day since the Cape is pretty high. The lapse rates are a little bit iffy, but if the lapse rates are bad, that just means that the storms won't last as long. There has a big chance of being big tornadoes, just not a huge chance of lasting long. And here we are entering Viroqua with this thing about to touch down. And it actually proceeds this time, but it's a really skinny tornado that's not going to do much damage, if any at all. Usually the tornadoes that are really skinny like this do nothing more than EF1 damage. And it looks like it actually missed Viroqua. It is a lot further east than I thought it was, so we gotta head north to catch that, because we did miss it to the southeast by just a small bit. This road is actually a really good intercept opportunity, because while it is making me head north where I need to go, it is also heading me towards the tornado east, so I can get closer to the tornado about as fast as it's approaching us. But that tornado is moving very fast. I'd say that's probably moving about 60 to 80 miles an hour, which is really fast for a tornado. Usually these tornadoes only move about maybe 30 miles an hour. And because of that reason, it looks like that we may not actually be able to get to intercept this one at this road. And once again, a missed opportunity. That is just, well, I guess unfortunate. I should have turned on the highway back there before I started recording. Oh, but it is following this road, so I will be able to get close to it. It'll be my closest yet, but I won't exactly be able to intercept it. Because of my bad driving, of course, costed me another chance at intercepting, although I don't think I would have made it anyway, because this is a dirt road, although I was in front of both of those cars, and I can go faster than both of those cars on dirt roads. Now, wind speeds on this thing are actually pretty high, but this is headed off of the map, so I don't see this getting much higher wind speeds wise. I decided that since this tornado has a path headed right for nowhere, I am going to go to this new storm forming over here, and if things go correctly, this storm is going to 1, hit Hibbing with a tornado, and 2, give me a really easy chance to intercept something. And yeah, I think that was a good choice because that tornado has officially left the map, and, well, the entire storm is gonna follow it. And that storm has a very low chance of producing a new mesocyclone. So over here is our best bet. So it does look like there's a mesocyclone over there, and this time my headphones died, costing me probably another good chance at interception. But who knows, maybe not. But yeah, just like I suspected, that is headed right for Hibbing. That also has a high chance of dropping a massive tornado, like a wedge. With that mesocyclone shape, I don't know if much is going to happen besides a little stovepipe action, or maybe even a cone. But, I mean, who knows? It could grow into something absolutely absurd that no one's ever seen before. The goal of this chase is to unlock enough money for the Dominator 3, although I am in the Tiv 2 because I wanted to get this first since it had a higher wind speed threshold, and I wanted to intercept as many wedges as possible. So, I'm actually very close to getting the Dominator 3. As you can see up here, I have $191,000, and if we go into the Chaser warehouse, you can see that Dominator 3 costs $200,000. And this mesocyclone actually dropped a tornado while I was looking at the dealership, and that is going to miss Hibbing but give me a really easy intercept chance. So I guess I'm fine with that. And this thing actually has just shifted for right my direction. So, I should probably just wait here, I guess. Although it's probably going to shift north again. And this thing is actually strengthening. That thing is actually widening at a rapid rate, and it's only a yellow TVS. So, it could actually become a wedge with that mesocyclone, which is something that you very rarely see, if ever. I also want this to get a little closer to me before I actually deploy, because this thing has a great chance of shifting to the south. And like I said would probably happen, this shifted a lot north, so I have to head a lot west, and then I should probably deploy on this thing as it is strengthening at a very rapid rate. And it looks like that the Doppler on wheels that was in the server has left the server, so that is gonna be very annoying. And now, given that it is making my screen shake, I should probably just deploy right here. And this is actually not that close. This TVS is actually very off, because their Doppler on wheels is not in the server any longer. And it actually did turn into a red TVS right as it hit us. So, I'm glad that I did deploy, otherwise I might have died. And yeah, look at that thing. It's just strengthening and strengthening. Seeing this mesocyclone mesh expanded a ton, it actually looks a lot cooler than what it does when it's skinny. And that is no doubt a wedge by this point, too. So, yeah, that is pink TVS. I'm going to miss the intercept chance, but actually, I think I am going to turn back. Well, oh, that's a tornado emergency for Hazelton. That's gonna go obviously amazing. yeah, I'm gonna go need to check out after I'm done here, but it looks like I might be able to intercept this, and I'd say yes, and this is grown back up to F2 wind speeds, so... And yeah, it's not gonna do anything much to the TIV, because this is the most powerful vehicle, but we're gonna be able to intercept this. That is actually a very slow moving tornado, unlike the one to the east that we saw earlier. It was a rather fast tornado. This one is actually unusually slow. And see how off that TBS marker can be when there's no Doppler in the server? It said it was all the way back here when it was right here, and then now it says it's here when it's probably over here. And now we finally are exiting this tornado, so we can go back to see the damage in Hazelton. And I'm actually gonna not take Keysota Route 15, I'm gonna take Keysota Route 71. Because if I take Keysota Route 15, seeing that this is like how it is, it's gonna be smothered in down to trees. And this has upgraded to an orange TBS, and it also has a path in the Hazelton area. And what it looks like, which is bad for Hazelton, is that it didn't hit the big part, but it hit more the Metro Park area. But it has damages strong enough, or it has wind speed strong enough that it can damage anything further away from the tornado. So this one is already weakening again. This one has still pink wind speeds, and it hit Hazelton and destroyed a good portion of it, and now this one is redirecting towards Hazelton. But this one has a decent chance at hitting Welchenville. And, I mean, I don't want to seem like a bad person, but I kind of hope it does, because I've never seen a tornado that's hit two cities before. I think this tornado that hit Hazelton that's just ahead actually did EF5 rating damage to Hazelton, which is never something that you say you want to see. Because seeing a little bit of damage is fine to, like, maybe smaller buildings that nobody would live in. But seeing EF5 damage absolutely slabbing everything is not necessarily something that you want to see. So as we're approaching Hazelton, it looks like our beloved gas station actually did get hit. So, it's never a good thing. And, yeah, the gas station is no more. This hit a good portion of Hazelton. And you can, yeah, it directly hit this area in the gas station. And oh my goodness. That is 3 dead and 2. And as we're going through here, Hazelton is still surrounded by circulation. Now, these upper class buildings weren't exactly slabbed, but some of them were like up to like 3 stories taller. And if it did slab any of the pedestrian, of course I'm out of gas, why wouldn't I be? I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but whatever. Yeah, if it did slab any of these houses over here, then yeah, this tornado did EF4 damage, it looks like. So there's a cool feature in this game where you can see the past tornado tracks. This one was the really fast one that we could see earlier, and then this is the one that we intercepted. The one that Hazelton got hit by has not actually lifted yet, so we can't see the past tornado track of this tornado yet. But once it leaves the ground, we can see the tornado track instantly after that. And there's a new tornado down here, so we might as well get gas and then head that way. And this thing has just upgraded to a pink TVS, and Hazel is in another tornado emergency. So, yeah, this isn't gonna go well. This is gonna hit Hazelton, and that is definitely 100% a wedge. So I think I am just gonna get up to this intersection up here and deploy. And no, it is already too late for me. I am already dead. I had no chance at intercepting that. So I'm just gonna accept my fate at this point. But that is safe to say that's probably a mile wide. I'm not great at guessing when the tornado isn't actually, like, lifted yet, but I think it's safe to say that that is, well, at least that was a mile wide. And once again, ridiculous ground scarring. And of course, I'm stuck again. I'm actually sad that I didn't get to do that, because that was actually just over Tiv 2 threshold, and as Tiv 2 proceeds to run away from me, I have to respawn it for the 58th time today. I think it's safe to say that that drastically weakened as it was going over the hill, because that was easily a mile wide when it was back here. But that hill really killed it. But I think that is going to hit directly at Welchenville. So I think I'm gonna rejoin. The map says that that tornado is in Welchenville, but I doubt that is correct. But even if it is, there should be a debris ball probably, and that I do not see. So, and actually by the looks of it, that has already passed through Welchenville, so I guess we'll go up there and expect the damage. But this thing now has a yellow TVS, so it did have a really weak wind speeds when it hit Welchenville. I'm surprised that this area, a 10 killer, didn't get hit. Usually this place is a tornado magnet, but yet Hazelton has gotten twice in this storm. I also met Don't Spill the Tofu yesterday, so I'm gonna put a picture on screen of that. And there's also a couple admins in that server, so that was the most insane twisted experience ever, almost. But that tornado is rapidly weakening, and actually, now that I think about it, I can check the tornado track of that one that lifted that originally hit Hazel. And it looks like when it hit Hazel, it was at its peak. So I'm guessing that's maybe a mile wide. Yeah, barely a mile wide. Actually, if I measure over here, it will be its absolute maximum width. But yeah, that is literally almost exactly a mile wide. And yeah, nothing too much here. They just lost electricity and a couple roofs were ripped off, and a roof is on a roof over here. And other than that, it looks like a couple houses just lost roof shingles. So probably EF1 to EF2 damage here. Nothing too extreme. But now that has lifted, and we can compare the two tornadoes. So that is Tornado 4 and that is Tornado 3. So the one that hit Hazel first was actually wider. the new tornado was probably about 4,000 feet wide at its maximum, and its maximum was actually pretty wide, so I'm just gonna guess there. But yeah, 3,200 feet, so not even 4,000 feet, which is what I estimated. But I am going to leave the video off here, so if you did enjoy, please hit the like button. Although I did not get to my goal of Dominator 3, I am less than $2,000 away, so I will be able to get it in an instant. But since this chasing day is over, I am going to leave this video off here before it gets like an hour long, because I've already been recording for 36 minutes, which is about the average length for recording for me. Although the videos are probably going to be half that time, about 15 minutes. I have to cut half the video out because I've been driving so much. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe if you absolutely loved this. And, well, absolutely loved is probably an overstatement, but if you did enjoy, consider subscribing. And I'm gonna leave it off here. Goodbye.